Hey dudes and dudettes, Mr. Theorist here, and welcome back to another episode of the Retro Club. If you are new here, then I'll give you a small update on what we do here. We take a look at a TV show that's not been around for a while, something that I quite adore, and we talk, basically break down each video. We break down an episode, and we talk about the plot, talk about how we felt with the episode, and then any cool Easter eggs or references to either other episodes further down the line or references to other TV shows and media and stuff. And yeah, it kind of goes like that. At the moment, we are breaking down Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is the TV show about, well, a girl named Buffy who slays vampires. I've just said the title. Came out in the year 1999, I believe, or the year 2000, something around that kind of mark. A bit earlier than that. Something around that kind of benchmark. And we are currently covering episode 7 of season 2 called Lie to Me. So yeah, we're going to break down the plot, then we're going to talk about it, and then talk about any cool Easter eggs. So, let's just jump straight into this. Alright then, so episode 7, season 2, Lie to Me, what is it about? Well, the plot opens up with a small boy who is sitting in a park and he's waiting for his mum. Then a creepy girl turns up who we've met before, who we know her name is Drusilla. And she hangs out with Spike and the other vampires, and she kind of looks like a vampire herself. She clearly is going to eat the little boy, but she is stopped by Angel, who basically gives her the ultimatum: you take Spike, get out of town, or we're going to kill you. And she's like, oh, you'll hurt me, will you? Oh wait, no you won't, because you're not my Angel anymore. Hinting at stuff that we'll find out about Angel further down the line. While they're having the conversation, Buffy's clearly out patrolling, and she's on a rooftop overlooking the park, sees them, and she looks a bit worried. Then intro credits happen. Love them intro credits. And then we kick into the main point of the episode itself. We're at Sunnydale High, the school that Buffy, Xander and Willow, Buffy's two friends, all go to, and she's basically talking about how she saw these two together. She's clearly pouting, they're trying to console her, and then this other guy turns up. I know, we've never met him before. Turns out his name is Ford, and he is an old friend of Buffy's from when she was in Los Angeles. We find out that Buffy seriously crushed on him when she was younger, but Ford never really gave her the time of day. There's also, during this conversation, where Buffy talks about a band called Vinyl and a song called Touching Myself, and she's like, oh no, before I understood what that song was for, and then Willow's just like, oh, that's what those lyrics mean. Innocent Willow, oh, we miss you. And yeah, Buffy basically invites Ford to hang out with them at the Bronze, which is the name of the club that they all hang out at. I know there's those of you that watch these videos before, you know, I'm just making sure people that are new to it kind of understand these little things. So they go to the Bronze after school, and they have a cool little night. Angel turns up. Buffy doesn't like the fact that Angel was with Drusilla. I've missed a small scene where Buffy confronts Angel. Yeah, Buffy confronts Angel and says, like, what did you do last night? He's like, I stayed in and read. Okay, Buffy clearly knows he's lying. So she decides to leave the Bronze with Ford and leave Angel with Willow and Xander. Buffy then hears something while they're out walking, tells Ford, I've left my purse, can you go get it for me? She then runs off. Clearly she's going to kill a vampire. So she goes to go kill a vampire. Ford only goes halfway, then hears the sound himself and goes to investigate and watches Buffy stake a vampire. Buffy gives a lame excuse of there was a cat, and then there was another cat, and then they were fighting, and then the cats are gone. And he was like, oh, well, I thought you were just slaying a vampire. She's like, what? I was doing what? The what? The scene ends, and then we open up with Buffy talking to Willow. Both of them in their pyjamas on the phone, talking about high school girls, and Willow's like, what, he just came out and told you? Yeah, it's kind of cool actually. Wow, that's so cool. So yeah, that happens. Buffy then puts phone down, and Willow gets confronted by Angel at her door. Her bedroom window door. She's got like a door that opens out to outside in her bedroom. It's kind of cool. And she's like, Angel, what are you doing here? He's like, I have to be invited to come in. Oh yeah, come in. Oh, what's wrong? He's like, I'm not too sure about this Ford fellow. You say he goes to school with you. Can you just do a bit of investigating on me? I'm a bit worried for Buffy's sake. Clearly he's being a little jealous, but it's fair enough. He is kind of Buffy's boyfriend. Willow does a bit of background checks, and turns out Ford never actually was transferred to the school. It's kind of weird. We then see Ford and Buffy. They're on kind of a date, kind of just hanging out late at night. They did something boring, you don't quite know what it is, and then they hear a sound, and Ford's like, oh, exciting. She's like, stay close to me, hands him a cross, and he has made his own steak. They then go fight some vampires. Ford gets knocked down, but manages to overcome the vampire, and he sticks a stake up above her, and he's like, I'll let you live if you tell me exactly what I want to know. When they cut to Buffy, she stakes the vampire, and then we cut back, and the vampire, the blonde vampire Ford was with, is gone. He coughs and goes, oh, I staked, wow, it's a lot of dust. Kind of know he's lying at this point, you can kind of tell. Then we flash to the next day, in which Angel and Willow have got with Xander, and they are going to this place called the Sunset Lounge, which we have already seen Ford go to, and there's a bunch of fanboys and girls of vampires dressing in stereotypical outfits, some of them with capes, some of them with kind of like Van Helsing kind of coats. There's this guy dressed kind of like emo, and it's just like, yeah, and they're celebrating vampires. I got a cool little Easter egg to do with the scene, with that scene that I'll talk to later. It then comes to, Angel goes to investigate that. Ford's not there, but they find out that, yeah, these people are fanning over vampires, and they're a bit worried why is Ford connected to this. Buffy is then at the library with Giles and Miss Calendar. Miss Calendar is Giles' kind of girlfriend who's on and off character throughout the show. She's another teacher, she works with the computers, she's a computer teacher or something. And Miss Calendar tried to take Giles to monster trucks. Yeah, you're going to take Giles, the book lover, who his favourite time is to sit in the library and research, taking the monster trucks, okay? And Buffy has this similar reaction. They go to collect the book, but they are knocked out the way by the same blonde vampire that Ford supposedly killed, holding a book. She then rushes off, with Giles going, look, she took one of my books! Alrighty, Giles, okay. And Buffy then realises, wait, that was the vampire Ford was meant to be killed. We then flash to Buffy at home, and Angel is there. Angel very politely asks Buffy if he can come in. She says, you only have to be invited once, like, I know, but it's polite. Basically talk about how, look, I got Willow to do some research, and me, her and Xander go to check out this place. The only thing that's in Ford's record is called the Sunshine Club, and the Sunset Club. And there's a bunch of wannabe vampire fans there, and we're worried about what Ford's got planned. And she's like, okay. Who's Drusilla? And they're like, she's a vampire that I created some time ago. Okay, but before I made her a vampire, I made her insane first. Now there's a little thing I'm going to talk about with Drusilla in the Easter egg section as well. So yeah, we'll get to that. Basically he talks about how he, according to what Angel says, is he made her insane by killing all her family members, waiting until she went to join a convent, then decided to turn her into a vampire, and that drove her right over the edge. He says it was his masterpiece. And it's like, ooh, Angel was bad when he was bad. And then he says, do you still love me, Buffy? She's like, I do. I don't know if I trust you. And he's like, I don't think you should do either. And Buffy's now distraught, Angel's upset. We then go, it's the next day at school, Ford's there, the scene's weirdly done, it kind of dolly zooms into Ford, And he's like, hey Buffy, do you want to go out tonight? I kind of enjoyed going out last night. She's like, yeah, sure. I got a surprise then. Yeah, that's fine, I like surprises. Clearly this is not, Buffy is emotionally almost broken. Like the two people she's trusted, she's not sure she trusts them. Ford and Angel, she kind of looks upset. So yeah, then we go to Ford, who's gone back to the Sunset Club, and he talks to all of his friends and like, oh, are we ready? He's like, yeah, we're fine. I've missed that Ford has actually made plans with Spike that he wants to become a vampire, and he's gonna hand over Buffy in order to become one. All the people at the Sunset Club are convinced that they are going to become vampires as well. Buffy then turns up saying, I followed you, I didn't really trust you, and he's like, that's good, because I kind of thought that would be what you would do. Ha, this is all my master plan, I am evil, ha ha ha. Basically, he's cheesy as anything. It's hilarious how bad Ford is at this. They discuss things. Buffy and Ford kind of go onto the top level, and she goes, I understand, like, these people are all going to be for food, aren't they? It's only you that's going to get a chance to turn. It's like, yeah. It's like, why are you doing this for? Like, you understand that becoming a vampire is your soul dies, and a demon comes and takes over your body. And you cease to exist. And it's like, no, what's better than what I am at the moment? He tells her that he's got cancer, and that's why he doesn't care. He doesn't care if these people die as long as he gets to become immortal, because he doesn't want to die of cancer. Buffy's like, I feel sorry for you, but this is wrong. This is really wrong. You must help me get these people out. You then hear a car. Spike turns up with all of his crew and Drusilla. They then come in and they start feeding on everyone. Buffy sees Drusilla though, knowing that Spike loves Drusilla, jumps up, grabs Drusilla, uses the hostage, tells Spike to let them all go. Spike makes sure that all the other vampires let all their food go. They all then rush off, and he pushes Drusilla into Spike, and races out herself, shutting the door. And Spike goes to the door and goes, where's the door handle? We then, they all run off to safety. Thankfully they're all safe, and Ford wakes up because Buffy knocked him out, and says, what happened? And Spike's like, Buffy's gone, they're all gone. And he's like, well, I did hand it to you, like, where's my reward? I guess you did. We then pan to the graveyard where it looks like Buffy's waiting outside of Ford's grave, talking, really upset that Ford's gone, and Vampire Ford wakes up and she stabs him and he dies. We then go to Buffy being at home with Angel, where they basically talk about how, yeah, they love each other, they kiss, and they are officially together. It's all love and romance and love. And that, guys, is the episode Lied to Me. I hope you've enjoyed the plot. Now I'm going to talk to you about how I feel about this episode, and then afterwards I'm going to include little Easter eggs and references to other episodes and other TV shows / media. Okay, so what did I think about this episode? I think my opinion, unlike a lot of season 2, hasn't really changed much from when I watched this way back. Those of you that have been with us since the beginning of this retro creation, you know that my opinion from when I first watched the show to when I'm doing it for this video series, a lot of the episodes have changed. I've got like more appreciation, or I've got something a bit, yeah. My opinion is kind of the same for this one. I think Ford is super cheesy. I know he's kind of played like that deliberately, but I don't know, it kind of doesn't quite sit well with me compared to how other villains are, but he's kind of just a human villain. So I guess making him a bit cheese and way out of depth is kind of the point. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Ford's character. I don't like him at all. Even the bits where he's talking to Spike and he's like, hey, this is the point where you look at your watch and say, I've got 30 seconds to convince you not to kill me. And it's like, oh, Ford, living in a fantasy world. And that's kind of the point, I guess, and it's kind of why it's like, those kind of characters don't sit with me, but I can definitely tell it was deliberate and it wasn't just bad acting. So I guess, yay Whedon and nay Whedon, I guess. Buffy, awesome as always. Willow being cute, early season Willow. Those of you that have seen Buffy before know that very much the reason why I say cute Willow, because of where Willow becomes in her arc. Not going to say anything proper, but yeah, Willow massively changes as the show goes along. Xander, he kind of changes, kind of doesn't, kind of, yeah. Angel makes some silly mistakes in this episode. I feel that he should have just told Buffy straight away about who Drusilla was and the fact that he was out talking to her. But I guess he also feels guilty about turning her and making who she is, so yeah. Giles and Miss Calendar aren't really in much of this episode. Cordy's not seen at all in this episode. Fair enough. So yeah. All the cast did really well. Spike being awesome as always. Drew being the crazy person she is. Very childlike. You get a very good feel of what Drew is like at this point. But I like the continuity we got in this episode. There's only like one bit of proper continuity, and that is the book that the blonde vampire stole actually is used later down the line. It may not. I think it might have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in a couple of episodes' time it will officially get called a book, what the name of the book is called, and there's a reason for it, which is cool. It seems very much like it just happens in the episode, but it actually does have like a bigger connection to the arc of the season, which is kind of cool. Yeah, just standard. You don't really need to see this episode unless you want to understand where Spike gets the book from that she's later on. It's a skippable episode, very skippable. Not bad, not great, just skippable. So if you do want to watch Buffy and you want to kind of cut out the fillers, this is definitely a filler to cut out. Doesn't do too much for the overall arc. So yeah, totally skippable, but not too bad. Okay, so now we're going to talk about any Easter eggs or references to other TV shows, and also episodes of the show in this show itself. So I have a small list here of things, which is kind of cool. I found a few cool little things. First I'll talk about connections to other episodes of the show. I said in my breakdown of the plot that to do with Drusilla's siring, and it's kind of retconned. Angel says in the episode that he made her go crazy, she joined a convent, and then he turned her. That's not totally true. I'm going to be spoiling slightly, little bit of Angel, not massively, it doesn't really change much, but it kind of spoils just a small scene you see in Angel down the line. We're so far away from that doesn't need, you probably forget about this whole thing. So just a fair warning, skip about 10 seconds if you don't want to hear this. So yeah, Angel says that he killed all her family, she joined a convent, and then turned her afterwards. That's not totally true. We actually find out that Darla told Angel to go and turn Drusilla. And she's already joined the convent by then when Angel finds her and decides to drive her insane. And, well, he doesn't even decide to turn her insane. She joined a convent because of her visions. And she's already kind of insane there, and then Angel picks her out and kills her. That's kind of how it's said in Angel, compared to how an Angel suggests it. It's kind of weird. Like, why not just keep it as it is instead of retconning like where? It's kind of weird. I guess Whedon has his reasons. So yeah, that's one little thing. What else? Well, in the Sunset Club, for the first time we see it, Ford talks, he basically talks about how him and the others are going to do the two things all teens want to do: die young and stay pretty. And then he quotes a movie line, I can't remember exactly what the movie line is, but it's a TV that's on in front of him in the club. And that film is an adaptation by Dan Curtis of Bram Stoker's Dracula novel. It's kind of cool. I recently looked it up and now. The band that Buffy talks about, she listened to when she was moping her for not reacting to her at all when they were in Los Angeles, which was the band called Divinal, and the song Touching Myself. The band Divinal is actually used in the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, not featuring Sarah Michelle Gellar. There's the original movie that is kind of canon but kind of not canon to the show itself. It's based on her in another school, and she burns it down, and that is actually referenced in the first episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer season TV show. And also, the one of the fanboy girls of the vampires, the blonde girl. There's like 3 characters. There's Ford, there's a guy in a blue cape, and the girl. The girl, who is the first one that Spike bites, and then ends up by letting go. Her name is Chantarelle, something like that. She is then later seen in season 3, renaming herself as a character called Lily, and it is the same character. It's not just the actress used the same time; it's the same character. When we were on season 3, I'll remind you guys. And then she turns up again in Angel and renames herself Anne. Which, the reason she names herself Anne is because of the season 3 episode where she's called Lily. It's kind of cool. So yeah, that's kind of a recurring actor / character in the show. Kind of cool, isn't it? So yeah guys, that's all I've got for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of the Retro Club. If you have, please hit that like button. Leave a comment. Tell me what you guys felt about this episode. Which of this season is your favourite, which season is your favourite, and whether you prefer Buffy or Angel. Please let me know. And as always guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe account, carry on growing, and until next video guys, I will catch you later. Bye!